Greetings. This is TKTRAV, aka Travis Magus, here with LVX777. I was very inspired in watching a video from a colleague of mine. His channel goes by the name of The Rogue Titan. I advise you to check out his channel. The latest video, to date at least, is called C.R.E.A.M. Chaos Rules Everything Around Me. You'll find the link in the bio, thumbnail here. But it's got me thinking a lot about how many people do have fear in their hearts when approaching magic and spiritualism. And then you've also got the people who pretend online. As with any social thing, you know, you've got the doers, you have the people who are on the fence, and you have people who pretend that they're doing it. Well, in this realm of spirituality and occult magic, it probably wouldn't be the smartest thing to do, because the astral plane is very much like the physical plane in the fact that it's very predatory. Okay? On the physical plane, in order to sustain ourselves, in order to move ahead, we have to consume something that's already present, right? In order for our bodies to continue functioning, we have to consume other living things. Vegetables, fruits, things that have living charge. Likewise, in business and the corporate structure, to move up, a position has to be created. And oftentimes, for that position to be created, one has to be removed. So, when dealing with the spiritual realm, if you seek to ascend to a higher position and you're not prepared, you are very likely to come into contact with forces that you're not prepared for. Okay? Now, I'm not saying this to scare you at all, because if you watch my videos, if you follow my content, you know that I don't have fear in my heart, especially dealing with the spiritual realm. The reason I'm saying this is, I advise you highly to work at your own pace. It's not a race. It's not a competition even. This is spiritual development. You're developing yourself. You're becoming greater. You're becoming better, stronger, smarter, wiser, right? You're becoming to know thyself. So this isn't a game. This isn't something to look cool with. This is a process of growth. So, that being said, if you do seek to just get followers and likes and fame, and you're pretending to work with forces that you don't, to some of us it's visible, alright? And everybody isn't really neutral like I am. Some people will seek to put you in your place, and that won't be a pretty situation. It's just like, you know, real life. If you walk around claiming something that you're not a part of, there are some people who will check you on the spot. And it's not always pretty. So, my advice is, work at your own pace. This doesn't have to be scary. It doesn't have to be terrifying. You can freely go to the astral realm and do work and grow. But what I'm saying is, if you make enemies, you can be touched. So don't do that. But now that that's out of the way, like I said, I advise you to check out his video, see what he has to say about the subject. There are also a lot of other great points that he made in the video. One of them we're also going to talk about. I got it from him, but I want to call it the Beerus Technique. But anyways, for those of you who voted for the protection full moon spell, I got you. I've done a ritual for the full moon protection as well. Because, like I said, everyone's at a different level. Everyone moves at their own pace. Some people are ready to move forward to prosperity. Some people just want prosperity, because who doesn't want more money or more abundance in life? That's fine. But there are some people who have different needs. There are some people who have stress or negative energy associated with survival, right? And this is something that has to do with the root chakra. Okay? And I'm not saying anything bad or negative about you if that's you. But I've got a guided ritual for you as well. It will be also released tomorrow, which is Friday. You can do both. Why not? Honestly, these rituals don't have to be done under the full moon. They can be done whenever. But because of the intention that I made them with, they're more potent during the full moon. All right? You can use it during the new moon and just continue using it periodically, and I think that would have stronger results because you're planting the seed during the new moon and you're watering it during the waxing moon. During the full moon, it should come to full fruition. And then, of course, there's a fourth phase of the moon. The timing really doesn't matter as much as most people think it does. A lot of goetic spirits have dates, right? A lot of rituals say that they need to be done during a certain time. You can do them whenever. Now, there are instances where I've found that timing is very important. You just have to do some experimentation, because ultimately, your intention and your will is the strongest driving factor, right? Impacting your subconscious mind is the strongest, it's the point, right? You do whatever it takes to impact the subconscious mind. You know, during a full moon, some wild stuff is going to go down, more likely than any other time of the month. So, in order to also have success associated with that time frame, you know that deep down inside, if you do something different, something out of the ordinary, like maybe a prosperity or protection ritual during the full moon, that's just going to heighten your receptivity of the ritual. That's why I choose the full moon. But honestly, you could do it anytime. I want to thank you also for sending emails and comments and messages and corresponding back and forth with me. It really helps me to get to know more of who I'm talking to, right? And it gives me more of an idea of what's going on in your lives and helps me to cater these videos more towards the people who need them. So that being said, for those of you who are a bit younger than me, and even older, I know that finding yourself can be a very difficult and arduous process, especially when you want it now, especially when you want to move forward in life and there are things that you want to do, but you're being held back due to insecurities, due to personal setbacks in life. You might not be where you want to be at the time. There are many different factors that may attribute to insecurity and lack of confidence. And of course, I would say it's easy to build confidence, especially in your spiritual work, which would lead to your physical work. But I know it's not always the case to just accept that. You have to go through a process to learn and to earn confidence. But what I do want to say on that note is, this is a journey. It's not a race. It's a process of development. So don't be upset with yourself if you're not there yet, right? There's a great clip from one of Brother Panic's videos that I saved on my phone, and I use that in repetition to kind of help me out. And he says something to the effect of,
who and what you are is a reflection, listen closely now, who and what you are is a reflection of something that is. Therefore, if you know that you are a vessel, what do you have to learn? All you really should be doing is what? Reflecting. What do you have to learn? You should be reflecting.
You are reflecting the light, right? It's not about how much you study. You're a reflection of the light. You should be reflecting. Meaning that you're not trying to attain and trying to grasp and trying to get somewhere. You have to come to the point where you really understand that you are that energy that you seek to be. You are already. You're a reflection of the Most High. If you read the Bible or any piece of it, you know that man was created in the image of God. And this also goes to the Kabbalah with the four worlds. The original source of everything is reflected and turned upside down. The physical realm is a reflection of the astral realm, which is a reflection of the mental realm. Okay? So you have to come into alignment with those three worlds. Reality is based on those three worlds: the physical, the astral, which is spiritual, and the mental. Whatever begins in the mental realm manifests itself in the spiritual realm, then it manifests itself in the physical realm. So when you're seeking to be this better person, this greater person, this person full of confidence, full of charisma, full of power, a person who knows what they want and goes to get it, you got to come into alignment in those three worlds, right? You got to come to know in your mind that you are already that person, because the mental realm is timeless. So in your mind, in your thoughts, in your cassette tape that plays over and over and over, be sure to include thoughts that that person would think. That person that you seek to be, go ahead and start thinking like them. Right? If you seek to own a multi-million-dollar business, put yourself in the shoes of that CEO or that investor. Put yourself in their shoes and try to figure out what kind of thoughts that person would have on a day-to-day basis. And try to introduce that into your life right now. How do you find out what this person is thinking? Read books. Watch YouTube videos. Watch interviews. Right? Get into some form of mentorship from a person that is like where you want to be. And take in what they're saying. Right? Take in some of their thought patterns. You seek to be a musician, a successful musician? Study successful musicians. Get that thought pattern in your head. Right? You seek to be a great athlete? Again, go find what these athletes think about. You want to be a doctor, a scientist, a lawyer, whatever. You know what I'm saying? The best stripper that has ever spun on a pole. Get to know what these people think and put it in your head. Right? I'm not saying take their thoughts. Look at their process. Look at the process. Right? And once you get acclimated to that process, now energetically, spiritually, this is when you do energy work to acclimate your energy frequency to theirs. Now, in this little world here of YouTube videos where we talk about magic and rituals, that would be working with, say, goetic spirits that might have something to do with that intention, right? You want to do business. Go seek an entity that excels in business, an angel. There are thousands of spirits. A great book is the Encyclopedia of Spirits by Judika Ilks. That has a ton of spirits in it that you can choose from. This is why it's great to have encyclopedias, like the Kabbalistic Encyclopedia. Again, tons of spirits. Also, you can do meditation. You can do chakra balancing. There's a lot of things you can do spiritually to align yourself with the position that you seek. So now that your mind begins to get acclimated, now your energy begins to get acclimated. Now we come to the physical. What can you do right now in this world to put yourself in that place that you want to be? Right? If you want to be that business owner, that businessman, get your education on how you can do that, because there's tons of free resources. We're in the age of Aquarius. All of the information is at your fingertips, literally. You want to be the athlete? Go train. You want to be the musician? Go practice. You want to be a great magus? Go practice. Right? It takes work. The phrase, do the work, this is what that means. Do the work. Whatever place you're trying to go, whoever you're trying to be, figure out the thoughts. do the spiritual work, and then do the physical work. Keep on that cycle, and you will begin to see that quicker than what you may think, these things will start to come to pass. They will start to manifest. Right? This isn't woo-woo fantasy craziness. This is like real talk. This is genuine. This is the blueprint. Right? You'll find this in any self-help book, any biography of someone who is successful. They'll tell you it starts with the thoughts. Then they say that you have to actually physically put yourself in position. They may skip the spiritual aspect of it, but that's the advantage that we have as occultists. We know that energy can be manipulated easily. Easily. Notice how the spirit realm and the energy is in between the mental realm and the physical realm. So that means you use the strengths of both realms to manipulate the middle realm. You use your thoughts and you use your physical actions. And that's how you manipulate the spiritual realm. In other words, when you're doing a ritual, you think about the intent of the ritual and you light the candle, you strike up the incense, you draw the sigil, you do the meditation. You combine both worlds. That's how you activate the spirit realm, the astral plane, right? You want to astral travel? Before you go to sleep, you tell yourself, today I am going to astral travel. Tonight I'm going to lucid dream. You think whatever it is and you believe that thought, then you lay down knowing that you're about to do it. Now there's other techniques to practice this, but do the work. Do the work. Listen, I'm going to post the link to the Protection Full Moon Ritual as well as the Prosperity Full Moon Ritual. For the Protection Ritual, we're going to use the entities Vinaya, and his sigil looks like this. Go ahead and draw this sigil on paper or cardboard or print it out. And we're also going to use the goetic entity Marcosius. Her sigil looks like this. Okay, so draw those two sigils, get them ready. All right, we're going to have... Vinaya is good for building walls of protection and tearing down other people's walls of attack, their fortresses. Marcosius is a personal avenger, right? A lot like a personal bodyguard. You can feel safe around Marcosius. So, that's your shield and your sword. But we'll get into detail, of course, when the video is released tomorrow night. I really aim to post my videos around 7 p.m. Eastern Time. I don't really have a schedule of when I'm putting them out, but that's really the only thing I kind of stick to, around 7. If it doesn't get out by 7, it's probably because I recorded it a bit late. Usually takes a while to upload. But yeah, probably around 7. As close to that as possible. Follow me on Instagram at LVX777. And please get in touch with me at travismagus777@gmail.com. And this is where you can ask questions, share stories of your success. I love to hear results. If you did any work, any ritual, and you see a result, send me an email. I want to read about that. All right? That's uplifting to me. It makes me happy. But also, if you have not already joined the Magus Society, it is still popping. There are still people in here dropping advice and tips and sharing, and it's not even close to being dead. It is still going full steam. Something I'm really proud of, this community that is being built. You know, a lot of these videos, these types of videos, throw around the words community and the people and all that stuff. It doesn't mean anything. But I mean, this place, there's actually cohesion, you know? There's actually people that are building relationships. You know what I'm saying? There's people that are offering their strengths, their gifts, and their talents. You know, it's a great place. It gives me a good reason to use Facebook. That is not drama. Oh yeah, the Beerus Technique. So getting back to the whole having confidence and dealing with your issues and your insecurities and things of that nature, the Rogue Titan put forth a great exercise that he says that he does. You know, a lot of us are Dragon Ball fans. So there's an entity called Beerus, who is the god of destruction for this universe. And yeah, even Goku and Vegeta face up against him, and he ends up training them. In any case, what the technique is where you sit down into meditation, you go into your deep space. I always suggest my candle ritual with the mirror. Do that if you have to, but go into your deep space of meditation. Now visualize all of the issues that are plaguing you, that you seek to get rid of, right? Bring all that trauma into one spot. Bring all that pain, right? Bring all the insecurity, bring all the fear, bring all these negative things into one concentrated purple ball. And with your imagination, turn that purple ball into Beerus, right? Now, you two fight, right? Just like Goku and Beerus did. You fight. And of course, I don't have to tell you, you win this battle. You destroy it, right? And ultimately what's going on is you're putting yourself in the place of the undefeatable victor, Goku, or whoever, and you're defeating your problems, which seem to be, you know, the most devastating villain there is, the worst of the worst, the man who eats worlds. And you can use Galactus if you want, you can use Thanos, you can use anybody. But what you're doing is symbolic, and you're speaking to the subconscious mind, you see? So you turn your problems into a villain, an entity, an enemy, and you destroy it. You beat it, right? Play out a whole episode in your head, you know, like blowing up mountains and like, you know, shooting beams and use your imagination. This is the process. You're speaking to your subconscious mind the same way it speaks to you during dreams, right? Give back to it. Tell it where you're trying to go. Get in the driver's seat, do the work, right? But yeah, it sounds simple, but that is profound. Because if you're a Dragon Ball fan, you know who Beerus is. You know who Goku is. You're putting yourself in Goku's shoes, and you're putting your problems in the villain's shoes. I mean, you can make it Boo, you can make it Cell. You know what I'm saying? If you watch Naruto, whatever, use your imagination. Go through that process and do it a few times. Watch what begins to happen in your life. You begin to identify these problems as already being overcome. Easy. Things like this are how you do the work to fix your mind. Things like this are how you do the work to fix your mind. Don't discount it because it sounds simple. Because sometimes the deepest, most impactful truths are very simple. So try that out. And if it works, go over to Rogue Titan's YouTube page, find the video called C.R.E.A.M, Chaos Rules Everything Around Me, and leave a comment about how that worked out for you. So, we're going to end this video. And I will definitely meet up with you guys tomorrow as we go through the ritual for the full moon. This is TKTRAV, aka Travis Magus, here with LVX777. As always, peace.